chosen breed. You don't see too many like me, cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do when you wanna be me instead of you, cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, cause that's who I am.
That. Now let's try that. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Red Zone Radio Show. I'm your host, Kevin Hastings, for high school football. Red Zone Radio tonight. We're going to be having all kinds of scores and highlights from around the area. Burns and Crest, Cherill, West Lincoln, Forest View, East Lincoln, AC, Reynolds, and Shelby, Robertson, East Rutherford, Lincoln, and North Lincoln, and Highland Tech and Bonnie Collin Christian Academy. We're going to have highlights from all those games and scores and more. We're going to get you straight out to the action here in just a minute. Don't forget, if you want to listen to any of our 5 games, go to the KTCBroadcasting.com. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that right now. How about that? So we're going to go right over here, KTCBroadcasting.com. If you want to watch, listen to any of the games, you can listen to the AC Reynolds. See the play buttons here at the top of the screen, WAGgy, WCSL, and WHS. You can listen to AC Reynolds and Shelby on WHS, Cherill, West Lincoln on WCSL, and on the WAGgy channel, that would be Roberson at East Rutherford. Then if you scroll down here, you can pick the game of your choice. If you want the Crest broadcast, click on this one. And if you want the Burns broadcast, click on that one. If you want any of the other broadcasts, these will all take you directly to a link to watch or listen to your game. So please, KTCBroadcasting.com, click on any of the links to your games. Or you could also go on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and Facebook, and our links to all the games are there. So we're going to send you out to the field starting off. We're going to start with Cherill and West Lincoln. Chip Carter and Terry Reinhardt have that. So you just come up here to the top of the page, folks, right under WCSL, and hit play, and it should work. Let's see if I do it right.
So that's going to make it about 3rd and 11.
So we're going to leave it there.
At the Cherryville 49-yard line. And again, that's you see what Patterson did, 2 straight plays. One was a pass attempt, one was a run. He is a dual threat.
Well, Chip, you saw them last week. Did they mostly run the whole game?
Yes, most of it's prime. They do. They will throw occasionally to keep you honest. Most of their yards were on the ground. So here's the 3rd down. Patterson, he runs it, hands off right up the middle to David Howe. Howe met right in the flat. And Jalen Winnick's making his presence felt on the defensive end. That's going to be a gain of about 4 on the play, but it's going to be short of the 1st down marker now.
And it's one of them pitcher-put tackles, too. He caught him at the knees and drove him back.
That was just a Bill Goldberg spear almost right there. And it looks like Cherryville's offense is going to stay on the field. They've just crossed midfield, but it's going to be 4th and call it 7. They are in West Lincoln territory. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Now empty backfield. Oh, now looks like they're going to do a fake. There's a little pooch punt by Patterson. Bounce, and it gets a Cherryville bounce. Can they get it to the end? Can they get it before it gets in the end zone? They sure will, and that's going to stop about the 6-yard line. Tremendous punt by Patterson to flip the field on West Lincoln. So no points in the first drive, but Cherryville able to get a punt back inside the 10 as West Lincoln comes out to start their first drive. So we'll see what we're going to see from West Lincoln in their first offensive drive of the game.
8:52 remaining in the first quarter. West Lincoln coming up with their, again, as you said, their first drive.
No score. So we look at the No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. 1st and 10. There's a handoff and a big hole for the West Lincoln running back. Brought down. He had about 2 more guys to beat, and he was going to take it to the house. That looks like it was Jalen Winnick right there. He says, I can play more than just defense. Watch me go.
26-yard run.
Yes, and a first. That's going to be a Medical Center Pharmacy of Cherryville 1st down. West Lincoln moving quickly now. Back out. They got 1 receiver to the right. Oh, somebody, and the hard count got the Cherryville lineman. Either that or somebody jumped on the offensive line. But no, they're going to call that offsides and neutral zone infraction on Cherryville. They must have touched one of the line. At least one of the guys that jumped must have touched somebody, because there was about 3 Cherryville Ironman linemen that jumped on that. So now our penalty is going to make it 1st and 5.
2 penalties against Cherill so far for 15 yards.
Gideon Allen at quarterback for West Lincoln. He's under center. He takes the snap. Quick handoff up the middle. That looks like it's Gray Ponder. Ponder's in the open, breaks free, and now it's going to be a foot race. Is he going to be able to outrun him? He is. And Gray Ponder takes it to the house. Third offensive play of the game for West Lincoln.
68 yards.
Call that a 68-yard touchdown run
for Gray Ponder.
Gray Ponder, and that puts West Lincoln on the scoreboard. And just like that, with one run, they got more than half the yardage they had all last week on that one run, Terry.
Yeah, they did.
And
that's what you did. I mean, you've had all week to prepare this offense, that all the mistakes they made last week, and look what's happened already.
And add that to the 20-some-odd yards that Jalen Winnick ran on the first play. So, I mean, they're already probably 80 or 90 yards. And there is the Marburger Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Shelby extra point attempt. It is good. So as we look at the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard, 8:09 left to go in the first quarter. West Lincoln's up early, 7-0 on the Ironman. We're listening to Cherryville Ironman Football, 929 FM, 1590 AM, brought to you by Bug Busters of Lincoln. And we'll be right back after this break.
When it comes to the mention, well, they go both ways in their leaders. There's a matter of fact, Elijah Goodson was a leading tackler with 8 in the game last week. Jacob Tysinger, 7 tackles. Woodson, who we mentioned on offense, had
one, and he's down inside the 10, and boy, it looked like they had him for maybe no gain, and he found a hole.
I think he's going to get all the way to a first down, and that's just, wow. I thought they were going to get him for a loss, but what a heck of a run. And it's down to the 8, and that's
right at the first down marker. They're not signaling first down, and they're not moving the chains. They've got
I guess it's
down.
4th and very, very short.
All right, so we'll give him 8. And that was a run, so 4th and 1. Offense stays out there, as you would expect. And Max Guest, they got kind of a tight bunch in there, and Guest finds a hole for the first down inside the 5 to the 4.
So that's been 2 times that I and Shelby have been just really surprised by some speed because, again, it looked like Shelby was in the perfect defense against that jet sweep, and he just got around it. It was really shocking. So 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. 6:54 remaining. That's the second Falston Pharmacy first down of the night.
Guest to the left of Hamrick. In motion goes Klepper, and it'll be a handoff to that side for Guest. He's going low with Jaden Anderson, and they're going to get him for no gain.
No gain at all. So 2nd down and goal.
Golden Lions got kind of, a little bit smallish safeties, but they really tackle well. And that's Jaden Anderson and, of course, Derek Key. Nice tackle there by Anderson to go low. And 2nd and goal, and he may have even lost about a half a yard on that.
Still have 15 seconds left on the play clock. AC taking their time trying to get the play they want.
Now they're on the right hash. And shotgun snap. He'll throw, play action, gets pressure, gets the throwaway. Almost a great catch.
Yeah, it was a really nice throw, and he had was that Keelan Tate that jumped up in front of him? He had a guy right in his face, and he made a great throw.
It was Nydrian Wood, 55.
Okay. Nydrian Wood jumped up in the air, and he could only hang up there for a long enough time that he was able to get that pass just by his ear hole, and darn near touchdown pass.
Yeah, it sure was. And that was Patterson that just couldn't reel it in. And now 3rd and goal from the 4. Golden Lions with a 4-man front. and they're going to hand it off to Guest around the right side. He finds the hole, and he goes into the end zone, standing up for the numbers, tax, and bookkeeping 4-yard touchdown run. And AC Reynolds on the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard first with 5:46 to go here in the first quarter. They lead 6-0.
Well, Shelby made them earn those last 18 yards anyway.
Yeah.
It took them 8 plays to get those last 2 first downs, but they did get the first downs, and the point after is up and good by number 84, Santalia.
That's a Hojo Power Sports point after, and with 5:46 left, AC Reynolds leads 7-0 on our No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We'll be back after this message.
For over 60 years, Honda Motorcycles of Shelby has been serving this area, and they continue to do so today. Right now, you'll find a good inventory of dirt bikes, plus 150 and up to 450 models of on and off-road.
West Lincoln defense moving from left to right as we see it on the home side. 2nd and 9. Patterson takes the snap. He's got to move. He's got the blitz coming. He just gets rid of the ball. Thought he had a receiver open in the flat, but they weren't looking, so it's incomplete. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 9 right now. The passing game does not seem to be in sync for Cherill right now.
And that's what it was. Rayson Shore, he was looking, but I don't even think he knew it was going to be being thrown to him.
Right, yes.
Yeah. I mean, by the time he turned by, the ball was by him, and now him and Patterson are talking to each other in the backfield trying to say that was your ball to get.
Y'all's technological advances at the stadium are freaking me out. I thought the lights were going out, but they were using special effects here. So now there's a snap, handoff to Sewell. Met in the backfield. He's going to be brought down by a couple of West Lincoln Rebels. Another late Pete's Fish Box flag thrown. And it looks like it might be against Cherryville. I'm not sure what's. Rayshawn Sewell trying to ask what was that for. I believe Gray Ponder was one of the gentlemen who met Sewell in the backfield.
Another personal foul against Cherryville.
And you're starting to see, they kind of had their way against Avery early in the game last week, and they had a lot of momentum. Yes, you struggled in your first couple of drives, and West Lincoln's on the board, but you can't unravel like this early.
And you cannot do it when you're getting the first down.
Right.
And you're making plays, and then all of a sudden you've had 2 personal fouls that's backed you way back up.
It sounds cliche, but you've got to maintain your composure.
Yes,
there's a whole lot of ball game left. You're only down 1 score. You've shown the ability to flip the field, a good defensive stand here, and you're right back in it. So 4th down. Patterson back, and he's going to punt the ball. Punts it. Punt is straight up. It lands right about the West Lincoln 41. Good. A little bit of a Cherryville bounce. It's going to stop right around the 30. So decent punt by Patterson. That was something they struggled with last week was changing the field or flipping the field for Avery with the punt game. Patterson actually saved his best punt for the very end when they needed it, and it made it very difficult for Avery to get down the field with the limited time they had left. So West Lincoln's going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 31. A 3-play drive that went over 90 yards the first drive and put West Lincoln on the board. Let's see if Cherryville's defense has something for West Lincoln. There's the snap, handoff, and that is Jalen Winnix around the corner, and he is gone. Nobody's going to catch him. 1 play, 1 handoff, and a touchdown. That is 69-yard run by Jalen Winnix. That is a fast young man. Well, we do. Oh, wait, hold on. We do have a Pete's Fish Box penalty flag thrown. Was that corner sealed off a little too effectively?
Yeah, it was.
They're going to call holding on West Lincoln. And that's a huge momentum shifter for Cherryville Ironman. You just thought that West Lincoln was running away with this literally with 2 big runs, going up 2 scores, and now they're going to be back 10 yards, and Cherryville's got a little sign of life to keep this thing close. 5:32 left to go in the first quarter as we look at the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. West Lincoln leads at 7-0. Cherryville Ironman now, so it'll be 1st and 20, getting back deeper into West Lincoln territory. It'll be 1st and 20 at their own 21-yard line.
And, Chip, this is one of them things at the start of the year. You cannot afford the penalties going against you, especially when you have something great happen for your team. And the same thing happened to Cherill just a minute ago.
Yeah.
You know, you cannot have penalties backing you up.
So we'll see. So 1st and 20 now. We're going to see Gray Ponder under center. One receiver out to the right. Runner in motion. Ponder fakes the handoff. He rolls out to his right. He's looking to pass. Oh, and that looks like it's going to be another holding penalty. It looks like a Pete's Fish Box penalty, and we've got a player.
And now we got a personal foul going to come against Cherryville again.
And we've got a hurt Cherryville, West Lincoln Rebel on the ground. He looks like he is in a lot of pain. He's gripping his knee too. It looks like the penalties, but again, we'll have a personal foul penalty on Cherryville. We're guessing, so I'm assuming those penalties will offset. We have I'm guessing a holding on West Lincoln and then the personal foul on Cherryville. It's early in the season, Terry.
It is.
You know you're going to see a lot of these penalties, but are you going to see a decent amount of penalties? But a lot of these right now have just been discipline or mental discipline. You know, maintain your focus in the game. Don't get rattled. Maintain your composure. Maintain your discipline.
It is. Lucas Blackburn is the guy that's hurt for the West Lincoln Rebels.
He certainly does not look comfortable right now. He did get to the sidelines. The officials are talking over the penalties right now, trying to determine what's going to be the deciding factor. I would assume they'd be offsetting and just replay the down. But we're going to see as the head official comes out. So we do have a holding on West Lincoln. Now he looks like he's looking around for, and then we do have a personal foul on Cherryville.
2 penalties on the play, 10-yard holding penalty against the Rebels, and a 15-yard personal foul.
So they're going to
Against the Iron.
Brings it back to the line of scrimmage at the 31 when we started the drive.
So educate me, Terry. My question is, is the yardage being applied on the Cherryville penalty, but nothing's being applied on that holding penalty?
They did. They run it back.
They walked. Okay.
They walked it back, and then he walked forward.
That's right, because they were at the 21. That's right. Yes, thank you. Okay. So they did walk it back from the holding penalty and then marched it back off. Yep.
So that brings us back to 1st and 10.
So now, after all that, we're right back where we were, 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of time taken off the clock. Speaking of time, 5:24 left to go as we look at the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Getting Allen calling out place, or looking for the play call from the sideline. Got one receiver right. He's got 2 ends and tight. Now one of them steps back into the backfield. Handoff up the middle, met by one of the Ironmen. Oh, no, excuse me.
Gideon Allen kept it.
He kept it himself. He faked me out, that's for sure. So I thought the running back had it, and it was caught right there at the line of scrimmage, but Allen held on to it himself. He's going to gain about 5 on the play, so that'll make it 2nd and 5.
5-yard gain, 2nd down.
You can tell he's done that fake a few times.
He has.
And you can tell I'm not very good at maintaining. That's why I didn't play football right there. So Allen under center, 2nd and 5. This time he does hand it off. That looks like it's Jalen Winnix. Winnix turns the corner now. He's got one to beat, and is able. The Cherryville Ironman defenders able to bring him down, but they cross over into Cherryville Ironman territory. That was Javarius McElhaney that brought him down on the play. That's going to be good for a Medical Center Pharmacy of Cherryville 1st down. Winnix has just got such a quick first step and then just builds on that and accelerates so quick. He's able to turn that corner so rapidly. So far, Cherryville's had nobody that can keep up with him and maintain that corner.
24-yard run.
So 1st and 10. Allen, hand off to Winnix again. This time, good penetration by Cherryville. Winnix has got nowhere to go. Another Pete's Fish Box penalty thrown towards the end of the play.
And this is when you're trying to keep up for everything, and there's a penalty after penalty.
That's right,
and
yeah.
You move it forward and move it backwards.
So that's going to be holding on West Lincoln.
Early in the year, though.
Yeah, and you mentioned it in the pregame show too, Terry. You still got offensive linemen. You got changes on the offensive line, so you're getting familiar with each other, trying to learn each other's tendencies, working as a unit.
That's why you have a preseason, before you get to your conference schedule.
Well, the real players don't play in the preseason, do they? It's not the pros don't,
That's
right?
right.
So after the penalty, that's going to push them back about 7 yards from the line of scrimmage. So they're right at the 50. Call it 2nd and 17. Allen looks to the sideline for the call. He's got one receiver out right. End on the left. A couple of running backs in the backfield. Allen with a hard count takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Helmet comes off. That was Gray Ponder. Another Pete's Fish Box penalty flag thrown. Do they feel that they have to call a face mask if that helmet came off? I'm wondering. As we're waiting for the call, officials are talking about it right now. Ponder comes off the field.
Take a little bit of time here. Yeah. There we go. Here we go.
Personal foul. Face mask, personal foul on Cherill. Yeah, I was about to say, I figured once they saw that helmet come off, they had to figure it came off somehow. So that will be a personal foul penalty. I think it should be an automatic first down.
First and 3.
Oh, no, okay, so still first. Yeah, yes. They're not going to move the change yet, so they'll make it 1st and 3. And clock running as we're under 4 minutes. We're trying to almost get under 4 minutes. Allen takes a snap. He rolls out to his left. He's getting chased by Cherill Ironman. He throws it up.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Just throw it away. Great job by Gideon Allen on that play. And great play from Cherill getting in the backfield to make him get rid of the ball.
Good penetration that time.
Great coverage.
That was, I want to say that was Caden Morris that was able to break through the offensive line. So that's going to make it 2nd and 3. West Lincoln is in Cherill Ironman territory, looking to put some more points up on the board. 3:57 remaining in the first quarter. Allen under center. He takes a snap. This time quick handoff to Winters. He gets around the corner. This time he's met. That was Andron Patterson. Do we have another Pete's Fish Box penalty flag?
Yes.
Seeing a lot of this. You normally see this the first week, but not quite this much here.
Or when you have a jamboree.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of sloppy play so far that we've seen.
Well, it takes the crowd out of it, takes everybody out of it. Everybody just gets quiet.
It just slows everything down.
It does. You start cheering and then.
Yeah, yep. That looks like an illegal hands penalty. That's going to move them back. Actually, they're going to be right back at the line of scrimmage, basically. The penalty was downfield.
Instead of 1st and 3, now it's 2nd and 3.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Clock running. We're about to go under 3 minutes here in the first quarter. The No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Gideon Allen under center again. Puts a player in motion, coming from his right to his left. Handoff up the middle to Gray Ponder. Ponder breaks free again, and this time he's going to have the corner end zone. He's touched, but not before he crosses the plane. That's a touchdown for West Lincoln. Gray Ponder, another run of about, we'll call it what, 35 yards. 35-yard touchdown for Gray Ponder. That's his 2nd touchdown run of the quarter already, and that puts West Lincoln up 13-0 as they get ready for the Marburger Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Shelby PAT. And that's Jackson Young out for the extra point attempt. Here's the snap, hold. Kick is up. Kick is good. So as we look at the No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard, under 3 minutes to go, 2:48. West Lincoln adds to their lead. Score now. West Lincoln 14 at Cherill Ironman. Nothing. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Cherill Ironman Football on 90.
boom, he turned on the jets, and it's 1st and goal again.
At the 6-yard line, that's a 40-yard little pitch forward to Swinton, and he does the rest as he goes 40 yards with it. And now a new running back in. It looks like to be 24, Ledbetter. And Hamrick fakes it to him, and he'll take it himself, but he'll get maybe the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Nice tackle by Derek Key.
So 2nd down and goal, just outside the 5-yard line. 2 minutes to go in this first quarter, and to say it's been all AC Reynolds might not do it justice, Brent.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Shelby has no first downs. They have a turnover.
A sack.
Yep, giving up a sack. And
fumbled snap.
Yeah, it's just not looked very efficient so far on either side of the ball, really. Defense did hold to a field goal after the fumble on the last drive, but 2 good drives by AC Reynolds. In motion goes Klepper, and it'll be a handoff around the left side. And big play by Tyjay Johnson in the backfield.
Going to be a loss back outside the 10.
Jaden Smith.
And we talked about size. Number 72, the left guard, Zach Alassi. He's 6 foot 315. And but 315 doesn't tend to move quite as quickly as 240, and Shelby shot that gap, and what a nice job. So, again, 3rd and goal now at the 11-yard line. They bring Guest back in.
That was a big Johnson. That was a 6-yard loss.
It
right
was.
There. Now 3rd and goal from the 11, 4 receiver set. Guest is the lone running back. Ball's on the left hash. Hammered to roll. He's got the screen set up. Throws it really high. Nearly picked off, and that falls incomplete.
Yeah, and Shelby really read that screen quite well. And, in fact, Hamrick threw it beyond the line of scrimmage. That should actually be a penalty for ineligible man downfield, but Shelby was going to take that, was going to let the play stand anyway. And so, thus far, what can you say about that goal line defense? They've given up 2 big plays, but they have been in really tough situation and forced the 2nd field goal attempt now.
Yeah, so they've really held twice after the offense let them down, so to speak. And now Santalia in. This will be a 28-yard field goal attempt. Again, Dickey to hold. Boy, another nice kick, and that's good. So Dickey connects again, and it's 13-0 on the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. AC Reynolds over Shelby. We'll be back.
You may be putting off buying a home because you think the interest rates are high. How about when my wife and I were looking
for 36 months or up to $1,000 in customer cash? And check out the line of Kawasaki bikes. Save up to $2,000 on select models. Select a Honda 8.
news at Marburger Chevrolet in Shelby. Hurry in.
He's going to be brought down in the backfield.
The West Lincoln defense is playing very well from about the start of the 2nd quarter last week against North Lincoln. They started picking it up, but they had got behind at the very start to North Lincoln and just never could catch up.
Well, they certainly are looking like a cohesive unit right now. So what we've seen,
besides all the penalties,
yeah, a little bit of sloppiness, early season sloppiness, but my gracious, they've been able to get into the backfield consistently against this Cherryville offensive line. It's been hard, and that along with the disciplinary penalties has been hard.
12 penalties already.
Oh yeah, 12 already
in the first quarter.
Patterson takes the snap. He rolls out to his left, tries to throw it to Sewell, a little high over Sewell's head, incomplete. That's the 2nd time Patterson has targeted Sewell, and he's been on the run, so obviously that messes with your accuracy, but he's just releasing that ball a little too late and selling over Sewell's head. Sewell's not able to reel it in.
Oh, and there's been holding against Cherill.
Another Pete's Fish Box penalty. So that will move it back. But there's correction. They're going to, as it start down, they're going to decline it.
That saves one.
So that'll make it, and it's going to be 4th down and 11. Another reason that West Lincoln declined it. not able to really get any movement or momentum this play. You can tell, and Cherill already, as we're not even inside of a minute in the first quarter, you got some of the players, hands on their hips, starting to see a dejected look already. Down 2 scores here early and not been able to get any momentum offensively.
But, Chip, they've had plays that have worked if they're not hurting themselves.
Yeah. Patterson, another good punt by Patterson. That's been one thing that we've seen improvement on. And another Pete's Fish Box penalty
he
play.
almost really messed up.
West Lincoln player about lost the football. Could have been recovered around the 50 at Cherryville, but he was able to maintain it.
Robinson.
And another Pete's Fish Box penalty thrown late. There must be an awful lot of jawing going on between the plays, and the officials are not having it. There's been a lot of penalties thrown already after the plays have concluded. So we've got a little bit of a huddle session between the officials now. We've seen
it's one of them things. I mean, get your coaches, get your kids, get in their face and tell them. I mean, both teams are hurting themselves.
Right.
I mean, Cheryl's hurting themselves tremendous with all the penalties they're having.
Yes.
But even on the West Lincoln side, you cannot have this when you end up playing a familiar foe that's going to give you everything that they got. And penalties will kill you.
Right. And it's one thing too, Terry, when you're talking about, again, offensive line getting familiar with each other, holding penalties, or not working it, not had enough snaps at game speed. That's one thing. When you're talking about these after the snap penalties, these personal fouls or jawing, it's just those are the troublesome ones. Another hand penalty on West Lincoln. Oh, but now so they've called a penalty. They've got offsetting penalties there. So they're going to march off both penalties.
Personal foul. They're going the other way. Mm-hmm. So that's 14 penalties so far.
And they could have had, and like Cherryville, that penalty right there, this drive for West Lincoln starts out in Cherryville territory.
Yeah, at the 40.
And that could have been. That's that much less yardage that they're having to move, and they've got great field position to start this drive. That's not going to help you cut into the lead. So West Lincoln takes back over their third drive of the game. They start 1st and 10 on the Cherryville 40. Whistle blown.
Timeout, Cherryville.
So Cherryville is going to take a timeout. We'll take a quick one, too. You're listening to 92.9 FM, 1590 AM. Cherryville Ironman Football brought to you by Bug Bus.
Touchdown, Shelby. And is that Morgan?
Yes, so Tyler Morgan, who had the big 103-yard, 2-touchdown performance last week, picks right up where he left off.
How far was the pass?
That was a 29-yard touchdown pass. And Shelby on the board, pinning this Hojo Power Sports point after attempt by Jose Lopez. And just what the doctor ordered for Shelby there. The holder will be Collins, Morgan, snap, Lopez kick. It's good, and the score is 13-7. AC Reynolds, 11:54 to go. First quarter. We'll be back.
Per axle, and they have great prices on tires, and most sizes are in stock, so you don't have to wait. Visit your nearest All-Ray Tire Center, West Main Street, Forest City.
Welcome back, folks. As we come back from the break, we're still in the first quarter, inside of a minute to go. Yes, we are still in the first quarter. We might get to the post-game show. We might be done before the post-game show wraps up.
Chip, it's one of the things. I think we've had more stoppages from penalties than we had playing the game.
Oh, absolutely. We sure have. I tell you one thing, I do like traveling and coming up here to West Lincoln. Y'all take care of your guests really good, because this barbecue here in the press box is delicious. So, looking forward to gaining.
Place.
Yeah.
Is who furnished it?
Looking forward to gaining 5 pounds by the end of the night. I'm excited about this.
Yeah. All of the umpires are out there saying, "Well, I wish we could have some of that."
No, they're having a hard time. Right.
That's right.
They don't need any more. They don't need any more interference or distractions from their game. They've got enough penalty flags thrown here in the fourth quarter.
And now we've had another one.
Another penalty, and again, a big one at that. This one's going to move all the way, West Lincoln's offense, all the way back into their own territory. And the chains are moving back.
I don't understand this one.
This one. Well, not sure what occurred, but it's 1st and 10 now.
So now Crest with a very short field for McSwain and company, who the running game did not work, but it was, I believe, Edwards getting loose on a short pass out in the flat, one missed tackle, and boom, you got a 76-yard touchdown. Now Crest with double wide receivers left, one to the right, McSwain in the gun. Man comes in motion, and he'll get the football, and I'm going to count that as a running play, and pretty good play there by Edwards, and he's down to the 25. 10-yard carry close to a Falston Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, a little pop pass there, Edwards.
That was actually thrown behind. So I'm going to give that, I'm going to give him a 10-yard advance, and they'll give him the Falston Pharmacy first down.
So ball's up to the 25. Just tuning in, it's 9:52 left in the second quarter. Burns up 7-6.
So ball at the 25-yard line after the nice kickoff return and penalty tacked on top. First down and 10 Chargers from the 25 of Burns. McSwain in the shotgun, double wide receivers left, one to the right, and they thought there was movement. Carson tries the right side. They hem him in, breaks the tackle, still on his feet, 20-yard line, 15, 10, into the end zone for a numbers bookkeeping touchdown. And bing, bang, boom, it's Crest regains the lead.
Yeah, it looks like they had Carson bottled up. He tried the middle and was able to spin out of a tackle. Took it around the edge to the right. And touchdown Crest. Like I say, 12-7 scoreboard now.
Well, he had negative yardage up to that point. But after that TD run by Carson, it is now 12-7. On your right, Jewelry Scoreboard, pending the extra point.
Probably going to go for 2 here.
Yeah, it looks like it is a 2-point conversion, and it's brought to you by On The Go Quick Lube of Falston. So a little pistol set, Carson behind McSwain. And McSwain takes the football, bootleg action, out to the right, man wide open. That's just that easy. It's number 10, Pettis, on the reception. We'll be right back. It's 14-7 Chargers.
And, Shelby had a third and had like a second and long and gave up that huge play, the first offensive series that AC Reynolds had.
Wood thinks he's coming off. Coach says no, get back out there. So on the front line is Gartner, Killius Hunt, Nydrian Wood, and Tyjay Johnson. They have 5 defensive backs in, as this is a passing situation, third and 14, let's call it. And did they run out of time?
They either ran out of time or AC took a timeout, so they didn't run out of time. Nope. It's going to be a delay of game. So another 5-yard penalty. I knew they were in trouble when I looked up at the clock, said 4 seconds left, and the right guard stood up to ask the quarterback a question.
And they did not get the timeout. So
as an offensive line coach, when your right guard stands up to ask the quarterback a question, we got a problem.
3rd and 19. In at defensive back is Kahari Corey.
And they're down to 7 seconds again before they finally get set.
And now Hamrick back up.
3, 2. They do get it off this time, and it's going to be a flare pass out on the flat. And again, anytime you get it in number 5's hands, you sort of, okay, what's going to happen? And they run him out of bounds about even short of the original spot. So that's going to be 4th and 11. So he does pick up, 8 yards? But again, anytime number 5 has the ball in his hands, you're
just nervous. You hold your breath a little bit. So Santalee is in to punt. He'll be standing at his 16-yard line. Back deep is Calvin Ramseur and Emmanuel Man Collins for Shelby. And Gartner, well, I thought Gartner was getting through, but he ran into 2 upbacks. The punt, I think, hits out of bounds, Jeff, around the 38.
So it's going to be a 33-yard punt and no return. And Shelby's going to start there. And second quarter's been a lot nicer than the first quarter was for the Golden Lions, Brent.
Yeah, they kind of, they got the drive they needed. They got the touchdown, and now they got the field position advantage that we talked about earlier. So they flipped the field. And now they have a chance to go down and score and take the lead, Jeff, with a touchdown and point after. So a little different feel from the Shelby sideline right now.
Most definitely.
2 running back set in there now. So first time we've seen that look. In motion goes Majay Thompson, and he's the safety valve, but they're going deep. And it's underthrown tremendously and picked off. And a lot of running room for AC Reynolds across the 50-yard line into Shelby, about the Shelby 41, and that's number 8, Lynch. And I'm not sure what happened there with Farmer, but he underthrew the receiver by 5 yards.
Yeah, that was a poor throw, and it's even worse because Majay was over here wide open in the left flat, and we were all thinking throw the left flat, but that's a mistake that a young quarterback will make, and we forget, Lamb played all last year, but he's still a junior.
Yep, still just a, second game junior, and so the turnover, and that's -2 in the turnover column for Shelby tonight. Now the field flips back. AC Reynolds at the Shelby 41-yard line, 1st and 10. And Hamrick he will hand it off to 26 Smith, and there's just nothing doing over there. And I can't even tell who to get the tackle to. Landon Hollowfield's there along with Tyjay Johnson and Nigerian Wood.
Yeah, that was pretty much the entire right side of the Shelby defensive line. 9:15 left. Shelby's trailing 13-7. But since they've turned it over twice, given short fields to AC numerous times, it could definitely be much worse.
Well, the good news is Smith lost a yard there, so 2nd and 11. So that was a nice tackle for loss. And this time handoff to Smith again. He gets a couple of yards, but not much.
Yeah, he's going to get 3, and so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8.
So ball to the 39.
3rd down and 8.
And surprise guest hasn't made an appearance on this set of downs as Smith stays in. 2 receivers to the right are Swinton along with number 12, Patterson. And over to the left is Montgomery and Keeter. And Eli's going to throw, and he's got a man. It's complete, and that's number 3, Keeter. And that's a big first down. A late flag comes out at the 25-yard line as well. That was a weird-looking play because
the one thing that was weird-looking about it was their left tackle just absolutely grabbed Gartner, and it was horrendous that they didn't make that call. And I'm all for not calling a lot of holding penalties, but goodness gracious. I mean, he just about jerked his jersey off. They are going to get a block in the back downfield, so it's not going to be a first down. So we're going to be a block in the back called at the 25-yard line, so they're going to end up making some yardage, but now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
So it's a 10-yard penalty.
Also going to be spotted at the Shelby 35-yard
so it's
line.
3rd and
4. 3 to 4.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be 3rd and 4. So let's give him 14-yard reception. And then,
Gartner's very ill. He had to put his jersey back on. So let's see what happens this time.
And Hammer's going to throw. He's got time. Now the rush comes, and he eludes it, and he's rolling to the right. And he's got room in front of him to run, and it's going to be him and Landon Hollowfield colliding at the 30, right at the sticks.
Shelby's going to get the benefit of a ridiculously bad spot for AC Reynolds. He hit him on the 30, and they're going to spot it at the 32. And so that's going to be 4th and 1, and they're going to go for it here. I try to call it straight up. I mean, I was really mad. I felt Shelby got kind of hurt on the play before, but that really helped them. So 4th down and 1, 7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. And Guest is back in.
There was a 14-yard pass play and then the 10-yard penalty, and now you get a 3-yard run by Hamrick.
I think we're going to see the last time out of the half called by AC Reynolds.
So with 6:47 to go here in the second quarter, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this message.
The automobile rates have never been
Control to
So the receiver was 15 and a 4-yard gain. Now McSwain up to 80 yards passing, but came on one play, 76 yards. McSwain back, yeah. McSwain back in the shotgun, double wide receivers right, one to the left, ball's low, on the ground, and who's got it? McSwain covers it back up, but he'll lose 4, and it'll be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, low snap. Looked like McSwain was trying to grab it and run with it, but heads up fell on it. It's a big loss. We'll take it all the way back to the 45, so I think we've got about 3rd down, 11 to go.
So McSwain is number 3, isn't he?
Yeah.
McSwain's 3, so that's his first rushing attempt, and he loses 4. So big play for Burns, a chance to force the 3 and out. It's 3rd down and 11 for Crest. McSwain in the gun, has the ball, rolls right, looks over the middle, behind the receiver, and incomplete. So it'll be punting time for the Chargers.
Yeah, had Boykins on a cross across the middle, turning through it behind him. Luckily for Burns, that's 3 and out, and punting unit out on field for Chargers.
So here comes the punter, and I'm not sure who the punter is for Crest.
I'm assuming they're going to punt this ball. Let's see.
Number 2.
2.
It's Edwards.
Yep.
A lot of times at this level is your best athlete, but in 1991 it wasn't the best athlete, I will tell you that.
So we got him, Thompson, there.
Edwards takes it, and they're playing safe. He punts it, not a thing of beauty, knuckleball, but it's going to be effective. And it's going to roll down. Get away from that ball, son. All right. It's going to roll down dead at the 18-yard line. So Burns will take it 1st down and 10. So the teams trade 3 and outs, Matt.
Yeah, 5 minutes, 29 seconds left on the Wright Jewelry scoreboard. 14-7 Crest here in the second quarter.
So 4th possession for Burns. 1st possession long, no points. 2nd possession touchdown. 3rd possession 3 and out. But really they shot themselves in the foot with some pre-snap penalties.
So McGowan back out there again. Like I say,
they're going with this.
Third drive with him at quarterback.
Yeah, they're going with this. They think that, they have found something here and they're going to continue with it. And really without the penalties, they would have had a 1st down on the last drive.
Absolutely.
McGowan back there in the gun, and I think that's Wilson back there with him. And McGowan's going to take it right side, finds a crease, lowers the head, just drags a tackler for a little bit, maybe 3 or 4, be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, direct handoff.
Now they're going to get more than that. They gave him close to 5.
Looks like Nate Wilson there got a good block.
I'm going to give him the friendly scoring and give him 5. So McGowan up to 32 yards rushing.
So we got Warlick Surratt out at wide receiver.
Double wide receivers left. Extra tight end to the right side. McGowan in the gun again. Wilson back with him, and it's going to be a toss play. Wilson tries the left side, cuts back, not much there. He'll be knocked down after a gain. They're going to give him 1. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, sweep left. Several Charger defenders there. Big 3rd down play here for this Bulldog offense.
So Wilson runs. They give him I'm going to give him a yard.
Wilson checks out. Looks like Goodson in the backfield.
So 3rd down, more manageable, 4. McGowan in the gun again. Wide receivers left and right. Tries the hard count to draw him off. Doesn't work. Looks back. Gets reset, and they're going to call a false start.
I didn't see it, but
Putnam Distributors penalty there, and again, Burns pulling a bullet out of their foot.
Yeah, tough call there. I didn't see it. It wasn't obvious, but a little movement there on the offensive line.
So with 4:13 to go, it's now 3rd down and 8 as Burns has had 3 of the 5-yard variety penalties, but those kill you when you're in this style offense. You just cannot afford those. So 3rd down, 8. McGowan in the gun again. Wide receivers left and right. claps the hands, has it, looks like he wants to throw, and he gets rid of it, gets hit, up for grabs. Adjusting back to its Warlick. Did he stay in bounds? Did he stay in bounds?
No call on the field.
Mr. Referee, can we get a call? He didn't call anything. And now he's saying incomplete.
Oh, my gosh.
He didn't call anything. Now he's calling incomplete.
So McGowan had pressure, got hit hard. Ball was kind of thrown up. Warlick makes a great catch on the sidelines. We thought he was all in bounds on the right side, but it took him 5 minutes to make the call.
Come on.
Be incomplete. They got the ref standing right there. Didn't
if he's not in bounds, he's not in bounds, but you just got to immediately tap the ground and say, no, it's incomplete. He's out of bounds. So Warlick back to punt. And now we've got another penalty, and let's see what this one is.
This one might, let's see.
And it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, I think, against the Chargers. No, they're going to wave the flag off.
Not sure about that.
All right. Okay, so it's the only thing. If it's incomplete, it's incomplete. Just make a call. I mean, you got to signal. He did signal nothing. He signaled nothing.
That's an excellent, catch there by Graham Warlick.
Trying to call a ball game here. Snap is high over the head of Warlick. He's going to have to run, and he is running, and he's going to run out of bounds. And he's out of bounds at the 14-yard line, so it's going to go in the books as a 4-yard loss. But Crest really set up nicely now after Burns will turn it over on downs.
Yeah, a little high snap. Heads-up play for Warlick for getting it. To keep it out of the end zone, first of all, and to make something out of it. So Burns' defense pinned deep in Chargers territory.
Yeah. So it'll now be first down and 10 from the 15-yard line after that bad snap. Sets Crest up nicely. They're in a big, I call this a Bubba package. Looks like they got a defensive lineman in.
Got a timeout, looks like.
And it'll be a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back. 14-7 on your Wrights Jewelry scoreboard. Crest is ahead.
Did you know?
Farmer will roll right, and now he'll throw it short. It's picked off. And this could be a pick 6, 10, 5. Touchdown, AC Reynolds. And that was number 6, Zach Dickey. And Farmer, with a couple of turnovers, uncharacteristic of him, and AC Reynolds is up 26-7 with 5:20 to go here in the second quarter. And they have just shell-shocked these Golden Lions right now.
Somewhere in the neighborhood of a 35-yard return.
So in for the PAT, sponsored by Mojo Power Sports, will be Santalia, and to hold will be Dickey, who just had the pick 6 for the touchdown for the Rockets. And kind of a weird-looking play. Nobody rushed, and the kick's up and good. Santalia. So Mojo Power Sports PAT is good, and AC Reynolds up 27-7 on this No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We'll be back after this.
And this is definitely going to be Carson on a run play to the right side, and they knock him down. Doesn't work, and maybe got a yard. I think that was Carson, was it not? Was it 14?
Carson. Let's see, 27 for Burns. Hames there for the initial contact for Burns. A couple extra guys there as well. Be second and I think 10. Probably no gain on the field there. Might have gained a yard.
I'm telling you, Carson's, he did get a yard, but Carson's carried 0 yards, -2 and 1. The one big one, the 25-yard touchdown. So second down and 9. They try it again. They go big on the left side. Toss play. Carson again through a crease, still on his feet. And did he get in? They're going to mark him down at the 3.
Yeah, I think he stepped out just shy of the goal line there.
So he's going to take it from the 14 to, where are they putting it down? They took it from the 14. They got an injured Bulldog, I think. So we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
Make This the Summer event continues at
Gideon Allen was able to get up off his and walk off on his own under his own power. Looks like he's got a tissue up against his nose. Might just got his bell rung there and had a bit of a bloody nose. So they're going to see if they can get that stopped. But he's walking no limp. Looks like he is back. He'll be back in the game shortly once they can get that nosebleed stopped. So after the scramble, it looks like about 2nd and 22. Handoff met in the backfield. That was Sean Blackburn met in the backfield by Cherill Ironman. So a loss, called a loss of 3 on the play. So that's going to make it 3rd and 25 at the Cherill Ironman 46-yard line. So big 3rd down here for Cherill as they're trying to keep in touch, some semblance of keeping in touch with West Lincoln. Cherill down 21-0 to the Rebels. Inside of 7 minutes here in the first half. Again, 3rd and 25 at the Cherill 46-yard line.
AC Reynolds leads Shelby 13-7.
Oh, yes, thank you. We got a little sneak peek there. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. You're listening in No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky Scoreboard, 21-0 West Lincoln. You're listening to 92.9 FM, 1590 AM. Cherill Ironman football brought to you by Bugbusters of Lincolnton.
Explore the certificate of deposit at Carolina Federal Credit Union in Cherryville, celebrating 55 years.
Punt. Took it over deep in their own territory. And it's McSwain in the shotgun. Clock now started, and he'll hand it a little trickeration, and they're going to run a little throw back to the quarterback. He's got it, makes a man miss, and he'll be tackled from behind at about the 2-yard line. So it was 11 on the throw, Brock Melton.
A little reverse. Handoff left. Melton was at wide receiver position, who was a backup quarterback. Came across and threw the ball right, and they're right on the goal line about the
So that was McSwain with the reception. Where are they putting the ball down on? The 1?
About the 1, maybe 2-yard line there.
So that was a 17-yard reception. So that's 11 with 17 yards. So that's up to 97 yards passing unofficially, and that's a Falston Pharmacy first down for the Chargers. And that ball around to the right side. He's hit hard and stacked up and maybe lost a yard to be 2nd down and goal.
That's 2 for Burns, Porter on the initial hit there. And I think Max Davis there as well, no gain.
Yeah. So 14 had a 2-yard run. Then they had the penalty, then the pass for 17 yards. Okay, so and then they had a run of, what did they get there, Matt?
No gain.
Who ran it?
I think that was
14.
14.
Okay. So it's 2nd down and goal. McSwain under center, and he'll toss it. Carson, and he'll walk it into the end zone for the numbers bookkeeping touchdown, and it's 20-7 Chargers.
Yeah, a little draw left. Took it right in for the touchdown for Crest.
2 yards?
2 yards, yep. That's Carson.
So that's a run of 2 yards and a touchdown for Carson. So that drive takes 1 minute, 56 minutes off the clock. It was 4 plays and only 15 yards. So just a tough break for the Bulldogs. As Sanchez in for the on-the-go quick lube extra point. Kick up, no good. It'll remain 20-17. We'll be right back.
Say goodbye to those hot, sticky days in the
to 19, and really about the 19 and a half. So it's about 1.5 yards to go. Again, they're going with these stacked receiver sets. Tate's going to bounce it, and he's going to get the first down with extra effort.
So the 4th first down, and those first downs are sponsored by Falston Pharmacy. Like we got a injured Rocket.
Yep, we'll take a break here. 2:40 to go in the second quarter. It's all AC Reynolds, 27-7.
So stop by soon for special remodeling sale prices at the newly remodeled Carpet One Floor and Home, 2757 East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia. Give them a call at 980-285-8617 or go online at carpet1gastonia.com.
Back out of that timeout. Now West Lincoln ready for the 4th down punt. Got a couple of Cherryville Ironman back to receive, including Rayshawn Sewell.
All right, so after that full-play touchdown drive, only 15 yards as Burns took it over deep. Crest took it over deep in Burns territory in a Sanchez kickoff. And again towards the sideline, again fielded 18 yards, 15-yard line. I think that's Brawley with it. I'm not sure. Let's see who comes up with it.
I think it was let's see. I think it might have been Donaldson.
I'm not sure who got that. It's hard to read the numbers.
Yeah, Evan Donaldson.
All right, so Donaldson gets it. Now Burns will take it back over with only 1:43 left on their own 27-yard line. Down 20-7 with 1:43, and really it's just been Burns has hurt themselves.
Yeah, we got McGowan back in quarterback. Like I say, not a lot of time if they want to put some more points on the board here.
So they're going to have double wide receivers left. Looks like they're bringing in extra tight end H-back. A lot of beef over there on the left side. Extra blockers over there. And snaps the ball, and they go to the left side. Wilson picks his way. He's loose a little bit, and still on his feet. He breaks out. He's in the 45-50, 45-40. Still on his feet. It's a foot race all the way down to the 25-yard line. Falston Pharmacy first down. Big play for Burns.
Yeah, big-time run there. Xavion Wilson took it left side all the way down in Crest Church. We're about to the 20.
Let's see where they mark it.
Burns guy down.
With a cramp. We'll be right back. We'll be
Built upon a solid foundation of
personal injury lawyer.
The Kubota L Series is part of
Sewell, again, just a little bit high for Sewell. Bounces off of Sewell's hands. That's going to be incomplete. That's something. Those are your two primary offensive weapons right there, Patterson and Sewell. They've got to be on the same page. That's the third pass in a row that's been a little high from Patterson to Sewell. Those are 3 plays that you could have some yardage and tried to build some momentum and not been able to do so.
And when you look at teams, I don't know. He looks like he's got a good many of guys that come out this year to play.
Yes, sir.
For Cherryville. I've been in the past where you've been at Highland Tech and they might have 16, 17 guys.
Right.
So
he's definitely this especially for like what you consider a 1A school. This is a deep team. Patterson takes the snap. He's looking to go deep. He's looking to throw it long. He's got all the time in the world. Now he comes back across the other field. He's still looking for time. No, we're going. Ooh, that was a very, very close to being a block in the back.
It's thrown. There's a flag.
Oh, there is. Okay, there was a flag thrown. Yeah, I see it in the end zone now. Patterson really extended that play. Patterson ran about 55 yards, but only about 10 of that was for a gain.
In the end zone.
Got a Pete's Fish Box penalty flag thrown, lands in the end zone. Yeah, I'm guessing this is going to be a block in the back or a clip. I thought we threw a flag. I thought I saw a flag thrown at first, but it was one of the color guards throwing a rifle up in the air. I thought back behind the end zone. So we've got the officials continue to meet and discuss. So they're going to call personal foul face mask against West Lincoln.
Whoa.
So that was the call. So what Terry and I thought was a legal block in the back, it looks like they were perfectly fine with that. So
well, at the time that this all happened, there was one West Lincoln guy and 2 Cherryville people.
Yeah, you're right.
And he got the flag.
Yeah.
The one West Lincoln guy got the flag.
Exactly right. So after the penalty, Cherryville now got a little bit of momentum. Inside of 5 minutes, it's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Patterson out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Patterson hands it off to David Howe. Howe tried to get some yardage. Nothing doing up the middle. Cherryville's trying to find an alley to run somewhere, but they can't. They're getting shut down, trying to run between the tackles, and when they try to break it out outside, it's West Lincoln has been quick enough to meet him. And again, Cherryville's offense not been able to set the corner for any of their backs.
And when he goes back to pass, West Lincoln's playing a zone where most of their guys are covered.
Yes, sir. That's right. So the gain of 1, we'll call it 2nd and 9 on the Cherryville 44-yard line. Once again, 2 receivers out left, 1 receiver to the right. Patterson in the shotgun with a running back right beside him to the left. Takes the snap. He's looking to pass. Good penetration up the middle by Wes Lincoln. And now Patterson is in trouble, and he's going to be brought down way in the backfield.
Oh, man.
Tried to get away. Axel Baldwin on the play for Lincoln.
23-yard loss.
That's just a backbreaker. After the penalty allowed you to get good to position, still got time on the clock to move. Patterson trying to create something. They've not had a lot of success with the run, so I understand taking a risk, but that risk backfired. That gamble failed.
He did. And big number Aiden Moore come through the middle. He's not a quick guy, but he's the one that forced him outside for him to go backwards.
So this is going to be 3rd and 32. And now you definitely got to think that they're going to be passing on this to try to get close to the first down. Patterson takes a snap out of the shotgun. He rolls out to his right, looking to go. He's got Sewell open. Almost intercepted.
Yeah.
Sewell, that just a little too much. Patterson put a little too much on that ball. It actually was going to land right in Sewell's hands, but then the coverage, it was like a zone coverage that you mentioned, and they all just collapsed on him as soon as the ball was up in the air. Just a little too much air under that gave the secondary enough time to get to the point, and almost came down with the interception. So that'll make it 4th down on a little over 3 minutes remaining in the first half.
Plenty of time from where West Lincoln should get the ball.
Mm-hmm. And this looks like Sean Blackburn back to receive. And whistle blown. West Lincoln's going to call a timeout, and we'll take one as well. So look at the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. 3:02 left to go. West Lincoln up 21-0. We'll take a break. Be right back in just a minute.
Not be conservative, as well as Dennis Price. Appreciate y'all listening.
All right, 3 wide receivers left, and the ball on the ground. I think there's going to be either a timeout or a pre-snap penalty. It's going to be timeout burn, so we'll take it with them.
On the Go Quick Lube in Boston is not just oil changes. They have tires for all cars with names like GT Radio, Hankook, and Toyo, plus interstate batteries and wiper blades. Of course, they do oil changes featuring Castrol, Motorcraft, and Rotella diesel oil, and they carry diesel truck fuel filters. Plus, they're an official North Carolina inspection station. For quick service with competitive pricing and professional technicians, head over to On The Go Quick Lube today. 3716 Falston Road, Highway 18 north of Shelby, and go Burns Bulldogs. Since 1968, Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs has been serving this area with a full line of automotive products, including oils, transmission fluids, antifreeze, filters, chemicals, parts, and supplies for all types of automobiles and trucks, with many brands to choose from. They sell to individuals or wholesale. Just visit the walk-in counter. Putnam Distributors, 1626 Peterson Drive off Highway 180 south of Shelby. Call 704-487-9395 or visit the website at PutnamDistributors.com. Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs, offering quality automotive parts and supplies for over 50 years.
So while you're away, a pretty exciting run there by 22.
That's Lewis for Crest. Just to get out of bounds. Big run, got it out of bounds at the 35 of Burns.
Started at the 40, so he takes it all the way to the 35. So that's a 25-yard run by number 22. And just like that, Crest is in business with only 43 seconds left.
He tiptoed down the sidelines. I think the Crest faithful thought he took it to the house. But
it's been, I tell you what, it's just been a game of big plays.
Like I said, that's huge. If we could prevent those big plays, it's a whole different ball game for sure.
Yeah, triple wide receivers to the right, one to the left, and McSwain will roll. He's under pressure. He eludes the pressure, still on his feet. Ooh. Lets it go, and it's going to be picked off, intercepted by Burns, and that's probably how the half will end as McSwain threw an ill-advised pass. And is there a flag down?
I think McSwain took an absolute shot. I think it's probably going to be roughing the passer. I don't know who hit him, but somebody
really?
Somebody just about took his head off. I think it might have been Goodson.
Oh, my God.
I'm thinking that's what the call is. Let's see. He did take a big shot, though, right after he released it.
It's not a penalty to hit him hard. I guess they say they hit him
probably
late.
hit him high.
Man, that's going to wipe it out. Man. That's a Putnam Distributors penalty.
I mean, let the kids play is what I say. I think the argument whether he hit him high, I mean.
Well, nonetheless.
I think Goodson is the one that hit him, and I'm going to say if Goodson hits somebody, he's going to put a licking on him. That's for sure.
That's just another mistake. You know, the bad snap on the punt, the pre-snap penalties. You got an interception, and that's wiped out. That's tough. That's tough if you're a Bulldog fan. So Crest, new life. Ball now at the 20-yard line. So they get the big play. They get the penalty. And I tell you, sometimes, man, sometimes I wonder. I just.
Well, there's no question that he took a shot. The argument is whether it was helmet to helmet or late or whatever. I thought it was good, but, today's football game's a little.
Yeah.
They try to protect them a little more than they used to. So.
Well, it is what it is. Ball at the 20-yard line. Triple wide receivers left, one to the right. Throw out in the flat. Caught. There's going to be a double pass. How's he not over the line? And they're going to give him a touchdown there. That's 11-6.
Yeah, they threw it to Melton, the screen pass, the backup QB. And I'm like you. It looked like he took a few steps forward and was across the line, but found a wide open receiver in the end zone.
So that's a 20-yard pass. And the receiver was 6, right?
I didn't catch that. I know it was Melton on the pass.
Gosh. That's just a gut punch, man. That is just a gut punch. That's a 20-yard TD pass. And that makes it 26-14 on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. And there's going to be a timeout, so we'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
Online at marburychevy.net.
Terry, we're keeping an eye on the forecast here. We've had a couple of comments about.
Ask the fans and the bands and everybody to leave the stadium just because of the lightning. So let's take a break. We'll be back. We'll see what's going on. Stay with us. More Mountaineer Sports right after this.
Sheriff Ironman with the kickoff return. That is Jackson Hebner with the return. Decent return, was able to get up to around the 35-yard line. So Ironman have about 2:25 remaining. Got the clock going right now still. Is that still? I thought you lead there. So 1st and 10 at the Cherryville 31-yard line. Cherryville desperate to see if they can get anything going offensively. Just not been able to build consistent plays, and the penalties have hurt them as well. A lot of the penalties have been after the play's been over, just not maintaining mental focus and discipline. So 1st and 10. Jerome Patterson takes the snap. He's looking to go, and he's going to go take it deep.
It's going to be picked off.
And that is going to be intercepted. Terry Reinhardt called it, folks. Patterson trying to make something happen.
17.
Threw it into double coverage, and that's going to be Jace Rowe with the interception. Stepped in front of Jackson Hebner there. Hebner had a good route on it, but Rowe playing safety stepped in front of it, had an eyeball on it the entire time, jumped up and nabbed the interception. And now you look at 2:14 in West Lincoln, the way they've been able to move the ball on the ground, that's plenty of time for them. 1st and 10 on the West Lincoln 34-yard line.
Yeah, Gus Avery's still your quarterback.
All right, Avery's still in right now. Again, they're not trying to hurry getting Allen back in right now. 1st down. Avery hands it off. I believe that's Sean Blackburn on the run.
Yep. And here we
a
go.
little more pushing and shoving, jawing, and a late penalty. The officials are not having it. And I don't know how many times they've got to throw those penalty flags before the players are going to realize, look, we just need to turn and walk away from each other.
And by my count, that is penalty number 20.
And that's going to negate any gain on that play because it's a personal foul against West Lincoln. So that'll move them back. After the 15-yard penalty, it's going to make it.
And I've seen, our game so far, they've been 3 helmets taken off. And usually, most time do not see them. Mir Starr had his taken off that time.
So 1st and 21 now. Gus Avery under center. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Good gain. Almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And I believe that was Gray Ponder on the run.
Gray Ponder carries for the Rebels.
Gain of about, looks like a gain of about 10 on the play. The way he's ran in the first half, you say a gain of only 10.
That's right.
So 2nd and 11. Clock continuing to run. We're inside a minute and a half here in the first half. That's Avery under center. One wide out, wide to the left. Avery hands it up the middle. Gray Ponder wide open, and he is gone. Nobody's going to get him. Taking it all the way. He heard me say only 10 yards. He got upset about it. He said, I'm going to tack on a few more.
That's 66 more yards.
66 yards. Ponder has had 3, that's his 4th touchdown run. He's had 3 runs of 35 yards or more, 2 runs of 60 yards or more that I've got.
8 carries, and 223 yards.
Golly gracious.
And 4 touchdowns.
Did you say 66 yards on that one?
Yes. He's got 8 carries, 223 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
He's just not done enough in this game. That was a Honda Motorcycles of Shelby touchdown by Gray Ponder of West Lincoln to extend their lead as they get ready for the Marburger Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Shelby extra point attempt. Jackson Young back out, wanting to avenge. Oh, and bobbled the snap. Not even get a chance to kick that. It'll be no good, or no attempt. So with 1:11 remaining in the first half, West Lincoln further extends their lead. They are up 33-0 on Cherryville Ironman. We'll take a quick break. Cherryville Ironman football brought to you by Bug Busters of Lincolnton. We'll be right back.
It's the summer of Dodge at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge.
They're going to run another play.
No, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that'll do it. So, end of the first half. Crest 26, Burns 14, and that's on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. And it will be time for the Marburger Chevrolet of Shelby halftime show. We'll have that coming up in just a few minutes. Thank you for listening. You're listening to West End Sales broadcast of Burns Football.
New climate-controlled storage units are ready at
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Red Zone Radio channel. I'm Kevin Hastings along with Dennis Davis. Tonight, you see the scores on the board. When the final scores start going across in black, that's when you'll know they're finals. Get my hat on here. And if you see the black scores, we'll have finals. We have a lot of games right now, guys, actually in weather delays. So for the folks asking, Kings Mountain's in a weather delay. East Lincoln's in a weather delay. Look at my sheet. They were talking about it over in Shelby. We'll see what happens there. And then I thought I saw one more in a weather delay. I know South Point's in a weather delay. So some of you folks out there at the stadiums, be safe out there. Yeah, I do know they just called Kings Mountain off the field, so I just watched them walk off the field. They lead 14-7. Right now, all those scores on the board are up to date as we have them, folks. As we have them, we'll get them up there and update as quick as we can. I'll go through them real quick. Crest 26-14 over Burns. West Lincoln 27-0 over Cherill. East Lincoln 14-0 over Forest View. Reynolds 27-14 over Shelby. Robertson 26-20 over East Rutherford. And North Lincoln 21-14 over Lincoln. And West Henderson 14-13 over Hendersonville. Alexander Central 14-0 over Wilkes Central. Charlotte Country Day 14-0 over Community School of Davidson. And Mount Airy 14-7 over East Surrey. Irwin 13-12 over Mountain Heritage. Pisgah 35-14 over Inca. Smoky Mountain 14-0 over Swain County. Kings Mountain's up 14-7 against Cox Mill. High Brighton 13-0 against Hunter Huss. Bunker Hill 27-7 against St. Stephen's, and Hickory 34-0 over Newton Conner over West Iredale 7-6 over West Caldwell. Freedom 12-7 over East Burke. Statesville 14-7 over Lake Norman Charter, and Mitchell 27-16 over McDowell. And our final score that I have right now is Knoxville Catholic 13, Brevard 7. Dennis, any news of notes of anything looking across the scoreboard there that you'd like to make comments on?
Well, we knew that Knoxville Brevard game was going to be a tough game. I think Shannon was giving the edge to Brevard in that game. But, you know, Knoxville Catholic, they probably played some pretty good competition. And Brevard may have a good team and come back in the second half. But right now, that's a little bit of a surprise for some of the people that were anticipating Brevard doing a little bit better. With the lightning delays, Kevin, what can we say at this point? These scores may not be surprising. Shelby being down like they are, that's not one that you thought would be that way. But then Shelby maybe is not as good as they thought they were.
Or AC Reynolds might be pretty good. Don't forget, they're usually a pretty good team every year as well. All right, Dennis, we got some highlights we're going to go through for the folks at home.
By all means.
So we got some halftime highlights.
Remember, you can see it here, folks.
So we're going to go over first. This is our reporter, Landon Johnson, reporting for us up at East Rutherford tonight. This is the first score. TC Roberson punches it in from very short, made it 7-0. Then the next score for TC Roberson, we got the aftermath of that, and then another tapping it in there to make it 20-14 for East Rutherford. So there's you some highlights going on for East Rutherford right now. Now let's go over to some here on What's Up Shopper.
Well, Kevin, I will say this about East Rutherford. I've been impressed with them building last year and continuing this year. So my tip of the hat to the coach and what he's doing there with those kids and getting them. I think you see Thomas Jefferson not doing as well, and that's because some of those kids that in the past went to Thomas Jefferson or Chase are staying at East and performing there.
All right, folks, we're going to go through some highlights from around the area. We're going to kind of jump between games because we're going basically down the timeline. This is the Ironman entering the field here at Wesleyan. Let's see if I can get some sound on that. Start that over one more time there. Ironman entering the field at West Lincoln. How about North Lincoln going up 7-0 against the Wolves?
Number 20, Landon Agee, touch.
Landon Agee got that touchdown.
Yeah.
Number 20, Landon Agee, touch.
How about over at West Lincoln, number 5, 68 yards. That's Gray Ponder. He's been all over the place tonight. We were just talking about his stats just a minute ago. And Ponder is going. 68 yards later. How about AC Reynolds going up 7-0 on Shelby? North Lincoln made this 14-0 against Shelby. I mean Lincoln. What did I just watch? Oh, it was a pick. Okay. It's tipped by the wide receiver on the bubble screen, and the guy behind him with the touchdown. So good defensive play there by North Lincoln. Let's go over further. This made it 14-7. Lincoln is running back. He gone.
He could go all the way.
Number 4, Traylon Boss.
Boss got his name called before he even got across the goal line. That's when you know you're gone, Dennis. How about a field goal from AC Reynolds? They've hit a couple of these tonight to help build that lead against the Shelby Golden Lions. So they've got their kicking game going.
Well, if you're a Shelby fan and you're concerned at this point with Shelby being behind, just remember they were behind Kings Mountain at halftime last week.
Yeah, they were. All right, how about over? This is North Lincoln going up 21-7.
Touchdown.
on the Wolves. Then another field goal from AC Reynolds. This made it 13-0 at that point. Over at West Lincoln, though, this made it 14-0. Another Ponder run, touchdown.
Yep.
That time for 20-some out. How about a Shelby touchdown pass in your grill living room with a play of the night? Good shot, RJ there, our reporter, right there.
Is that Morgan?
I'm not sure.
Let me look up and see.
Touchdown, number 4. Touchdown, number 4. Touchdown.
That made it 21-14. Lincoln and cutting the score to 1 score.
Yeah, that Shelby touchdown was to Tyler Morgan, who is a sophomore, had the big game last week.
Okay. Number 4 with a touchdown. This one for West Lincoln made it 21-0. And there we are back again with up at East Rutherford for their scores. How about this pick six by AC? This made it 27-7. AC Reynolds with the pick six against the Golden Lions.
Rough going for Farmer then.
Rebels make it 27-0 on this touchdown run from Ponder.
That's not his first time in the end zone, though.
Nope, not tonight. This one from 60. This is the one you just heard on the radio just a minute ago. Going straight up the middle, and he gone. All right, folks, that's your updated highlights for tonight. We're going to get you back out to the field and some of the broadcasts. Some of them are in rain delay, so we're going to try to skip around and try to keep you guys updated the best we can. This show ends at 9:30, and the postgame show will begin at 10 o'clock. So we're going to sign off, me and Dennis, for a minute and try to get you out to the field and get some coverage from the fields, guys, and get you updated.
Okay.
We'll be right back in just a minute.
People that come out and support both of these teams are tremendous.
And Terry, you know this better than I do. Don't let the county line fool you. These are two close rivals.
Yes,
These are two close regional rivals.
That's the reason we talk about on Saturday mornings a lot of the times how come Burns and West Lincoln does not have.
Yes, exactly. As long as they do something similar, because you're right there in that little bend where Cleveland County, Gaston County, and Lincoln County all meet up. It's a good area to try to have those local rivalries.
Yeah.
Conference or no conference.
It is.
You've got these schools that the families grow up together. You got family members that go to each school. So trying to have these matchups is good to have these contests before the conference games begin. Just like we got Cherryville versus West Lincoln this evening. It looks like West Lincoln has jumped out to a very strong lead against Cherryville. And when we come back from break, we'll go a little more in depth as to what happened in the first half. But again, a slow, sloppy, penalty-filled first and second quarter for both teams, I think. And then on top of that, just to slow things up a little bit more, we are now currently under a lightning delay in the midst of halftime here at Douglas C. Lenhart Memorial Stadium. But we're going to take another break. We'll have another few minutes of commercials. We'll come back and get Terry's take on the first half, what all occurred, some of the big scoring drives and scoring plays, and we'll see where we're at in terms of our lightning delay. But we are under a lightning delay here at West Lincoln High School. As we look at the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard, West Lincoln leads your Cherryville Ironman 33-0. You're listening to 92.9 FM, 1590 AM. Cherryville Ironman football brought to you by Bug Busters of Lincoln.
Did a good job. Last week didn't commit too many penalties. I know the boys are capable of it. You got a lot of positive. We ran the ball real well. We're right in this game. I like to say. I think for the large part we have controlled this game. Yeah. So we're right there in the thick of things. This game is far from over, and I know Coach Devine and his staff are getting these guys motivated, and they'll be coming out and they're gonna be ready to play hard. In the second half.
So combined Crest passers are 5 of 6, and I did have one thing wrong. It wasn't 117 yards passing; it was 142. So that gives Crest 178 total yards. So I did have that. I forgot to write one of those down. I forgot that pass on that last drive. So Burns outgained them slightly, but they have a lot of work to do in the second half as they're in a 12-point hole. They have been able to run the ball and have some long drives, but penalties, a de facto turnover on the bad snap, some pre-snap penalties that cause a 3 and out, and really Burns is in Burns' way right now. The missed tackle that led to the 76-yard touchdown. So a lot of this
yes,
was
very easily could have been 14-14 ball game. There's no question about that. So we're right in this thing. So it's going to be an exciting second half here.
All right, so we'll have a little bit more on this Stadium Halftime Show brought to you by Marburger Chevrolet of Shelby. Once again, it's 26-14 on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. Lightning flashes in the background. So
big gain right there for the Q.
We'll be right back.
If you're thinking about purchasing a new mower,
It's a
then
Mattress
plan a
Center,
trip to
1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming up. Hillbillies Barbecue and Steaks in Law is always hiring. You need a job? There's one waiting for you at Hillbillies Barbecue and Steaks in Law. And also right now, Hillbillies Barbecue and Steaks, they're looking for barbecue eaters. That's right, barbecue eaters. They have chicken, eggs, ribs, all kinds of sides of salad. And of course, they do cater. Ask about their party packs at Hillbillies Barbecue and Steaks. For 5 South Main Street in Law. Yum, yum, y'all come. At Hometown Hardware in Email. Want to meet the house? Hometown Hardware now has their fall seed and fall bedding plans. Hurry on in now. Plus, Mr. Bolt says it's time now to get your yard ready for winter. Hometown Hardware has grass seed, fertilizer, lime, straw, and pine needles. So see Mr. Bolt, along with Howard and Kyle, and leave with a smile at Hometown Hardware, 110 South Railroad Avenue, Kings Mountain. For over 60 years, Honda Motorcycles of Shelby has been serving this area, and they continue to do so today. Right now, you'll find a good inventory of dirt bikes, plus 150 to 450 models, on and off-road bikes. See the new 2024 Honda Rebel, along with 4x4 ATVs and side-by-sides, including the Pioneer and the Talon, plus gold wings and trikes. And don't forget about their parts and service department. That's Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, online at HondaMotorcyclesofShelby.com. How would you like a pizza oven in your backyard? You can with a stop in at Innovative Pool Designs in Kings Mountain. Now you can buy a 30-inch pizza oven with wood or gas fire selections and get a free cart. Now that's a deal. A wood-fired pizza at home. And while you're there, see their selection of Coyote Grills and spas. And spa financing is available with low payments and no money down with approved credit at Innovative Pool Designs in the new location, 836 East King Street in Kings Mountain, online at ipdnc.com. Like them on Facebook, too. Tarzan says it's the biggest tree cutting special he's ever seen from J. Douglas Tree Service. Why, it's so big, it's driving cheetah bananas. Now, for a limited time from J. Douglas Tree Service, all current customers can take 10% off. But that's not all. New customers get 20% off. Trim it up, cut it down, and they also do stump grinding. And they've just recently added a 75-foot bucket truck. Call 704-689-9459. Again, 704-689-9459 for a free estimate. That's J. Douglas Tree Service.
And welcome back once again to the Stadium Halftime Show, brought to you by West End Sales of Lincolnton. You're listening to Cherryville Ironman Football, brought to you by Bug Busters of Lincolnton on 92.9 FM and 1590 AM, KTC Broadcasting. Chip Carter here with Terry Reinhardt. Douglas C. Lenhart Memorial Stadium on the campus of West Lincoln High School. West Lincoln leads the Cherryville Ironmen 33-0. A minute ago, they had about 3 minutes on the clock, for halftime. And they have since reset that now. It's just about just broke under 29 minutes because of our wonderful lightning delay that we're under right now. Lightning in the area in a certain radius around the stadium, so they're just, again, playing it safe. Got to follow all the proper precautions for safety and security of the players and the fans in attendance. So we are currently under a lightning delay. Just happened to be right at halftime. A little less than half an hour from now, we're hoping we can get things back going. But taking a look at the first half again, Terry, it's hard to say it wasn't all West Lincoln. They We talked about it in the pregame that they struggled to really their patented run game. They struggled with that a week ago, and really that might have been the story of how North Lincoln was able to pull out the victory against West Lincoln last week. And you know that they had to be that had to be weighing on the minds of the coaching staff and the players that they wanted to establish the run, show that is still their bread and butter, and boy, they've done it in the first half.
It was, and it was a first quarter that me and you set up here, and it was penalty after penalty after penalty, even against Cherill. Cherill had opportunities. I mean, one time we saw them, and they needed 15 yards, and they got it, then they get a personal foul and drives them back 15. So then they get it again. Next thing you know, they got the same thing. Then they get another personal foul and drives them back again. You know, so they've stomped themselves as they trying to get going and never end up getting anything. But for West Lincoln, finally, when they finally broke through, first drive, they started their own 6-yard line down there. And Jalen Winnix went 32 yards up the middle, and it's a 46-yard run to get them to the 32. And then the next play, it was Gray Ponder going 68 yards for the first touchdown to make it 7-0 at that time. And then it was a Gray Ponder again after that, you know, going to, it had 3 carries, 106 yards, and 2 touchdowns after the next drive that they had. And then we went to the fourth one, and here it comes Gray Ponder again. 4 carries, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. Jalen Winnix was adding in a few yards of himself. And then when we got into the fourth drive of the thing, it was Gray Ponder again. 19-yard run with his 6 carries, 147 yards, 3 touchdowns, and West Lincoln was up 27-0.
So
during all that time, we was totaling penalties. We've had 20 at least that I know of in the first half.
West Lincoln's leading on the scoreboard, but the winning team might as well be the officiating squad, because those yellow handkerchiefs have been out on the field quite frequently in the first half. But yes, you said it yourself and mentioned it, Terry. We've had 5 touchdowns in this first half, 4 of them by Gray Ponder from West Lincoln. Jalen Penix with the other touchdown as well. Winnix has looked very impressive in this first half in his own right with his speed, his elusiveness, his agility. You've seen his athleticism on display, and then also Gray Ponder with his speed and just north-south running. You give him a hole, he's going to hit it, and he's taking advantage of it. My goodness, what a first half he's had. I think last time I checked, and correct me if I'm wrong, he's got 8 carries, 223 yards, 4 touchdowns. Again, I think one helmet torn off in that as well. So don't question the young man's toughness. He's not just avoiding contact when he's running with the football. But quite the impressive first half for him. They've already ran over twice as many yards running as they did all of last week. So West Lincoln, again, you got to tip their cap to them. They came out prepared. And on the flip side, Cherill just has not been able to establish that vaunted
Bowman's going to understand. I mean, it's not like being over at Crest for 11 years. You're at Cherill. You don't have maybe all the talent that Crest can bring in. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because Cherillville is mostly, when people think about Cherillville, like a lot of people do, they think baseball or they think basketball. One or the other before they think football, because a lot of players have not went out for football when the other 2 sports were elite. You know, and now he's got to change the way people think. He does have a good group of guys over there for him out of his first year. And, you know, speaking of him, I just want to mention some other people that's on his team. Taylor Crosby, defensive back coach, Chris Montgomery, running back coach, Austin Treadway with the wide receiver, Jeff Henry with defensive line, Will Manning with the offensive line, and Coach Puckett doing the H-backs. But, you know, all these guys have come together with him, and Coach Ledford, don't forget him, he's over there. But a great group of guys that's going to lead Cherillville in the right direction. Coach Pruitt did a great job with them, and now you got a new guy, and he's going to lead in a different way. You know, every coach is different. Everyone needs something different. I remember when it used to be with Shelby, and Coach Norman first come along. When Coach Norman lost a few of his first games, everybody in Shelby was wanting him to be gone, to fire him. And then he goes on to win a state title. And then a few years later, I was asking him, we did an interview with him. I said, well, do you win Cleveland County or do you win a state championship? And he goes, I do not know. Which one I do, because at that time, I mean, you know, so this is what Bowman's going to have to go through. He's at a good spot over in Cherillville. He can build a lot of things over there, and I think he will.
Let me give you a blueprint too, and it's something I was going to think about talking about in the post-game show. But right now with our lightning delay, I think it's fitting. And to segue everything you just shared, Terry, let me give you a little bit of a blueprint and a little bit of a story that can give the Cherryville Ironman folks hope. And again, look, they came into this week 1-0. I mean, they started the season strong. So say nothing about the performance of this team. They've shown they can win already this year. So let's see what they can build on. But if you want a blueprint in terms of building a program, I don't think you have to look any further than a couple of counties away. You had a program. I'm thinking of a specific program in Rutherford County that 3 years ago was non-existent. You know, East Rutherford didn't have a football program, and then you have a young man by the name of Coach Philip Russ who comes over there, resurrects that program. The first year, they obviously have some growing pains. They struggle through, and I won't call them the laughing stock, but obviously had struggles trying to pull off some W's that very first year coming back. They were just happy to be there, I think, in that first year. And then last year, people were like, oh, how much of a growth can you see? But you started to see that the players had buy-in. They had some surprising wins, ended up with the best record amongst the Rutherford County schools. The surprise team. One
of the things that Coach Wilbanks talked about, the penalty situation, and that's one of the few bright spots of the whole game. Shelby's been guilty of 2 penalties for 15 yards, whereas AC Reynolds has been guilty of 8 penalties for 65 yards. Shelby also leads the terribly unimportant stat of first downs. Shelby has 6 first downs, 5 first downs, and AC has 4 first downs. But we all know you don't count first downs, you count the actual scores. And on that, AC leads 27-13. But again, we're waiting for a point after touchdown attempt. So if that's successful, it'll be 27-14. But it's a strange and unusual game in so many ways, Brent.
Yeah, we've even had an injury that was about a 12-minute delay on the field on top of the lightning delay. So just a game that's just had no ebb and flow to it, really. But a lot of game time left. I mean, there's 25 minutes of playing time left. Plenty of time for Shelby to get back in this game if they can correct a few things, maybe get a turnover or two in their favor in the second half. We'll take another break here. We'll hopefully have an update for you because it's just about at that 30-minute delay mark. So we'll take a break here on this WestEndSales.com broadcast of Shelby High football.
For over 56 years, Love's Fish
back. Let's see. This drive started on the 35, pushes it back to the 28-yard line, so that's a loss of 7.
Yeah, great job, Parrott, and credit Marsh McGowan, too. Got a little pressure on him as well. Or McSwain had to flush out.
So that's going to make it quick 3 and out for the Chargers. And Burns going to get the ball in pretty good field position.
Got Graham Warlick back deep for Burns.
Warlick awaits that was, I believe that was Edwards punting earlier, wasn't it?
I think you're correct. Yeah, I think is it 17. It looks like we could maybe have a pre-snap penalty on Crest.
Let's see. No, 45 has to come off. I think they just had to send a player off for some reason. Now 16's in and hustling onto the field. That was Kendall Craig.
So 17, I think this Stephen Bethune possibly on the punt for Crest. So
Burns playing safe, though, as you notice. And now the punt is away, and it's a wobbly spiral that'll roll down, and Warlick's going to let it go. So this is going to be a great punt all the way down to the 28-yard line. So 28, that's 22 yards to the 50, and then 20 more yards. That's a 44-yard punt. So pretty good. And there goes the lightning meter. So our long night just got longer, and they're going to have to clear the stadium. They're going to have to clear the entire stadium. So with 10:25 left to go in the third quarter, we have entered a lightning delay. We're going to step away for a few commercials and be right back.
Neresi Power Sports is your go-to for
3124 with approved credit from John Deere Financial. Some
very good adjustable rate mortgages. You may be surprised. Find out more how now may be the time for you to buy. See Gaston County's hometown realty experts. That's Moss Realty, 945 North New Hope Road, Gastonia. Online at mossrealty.com and like them on Facebook too.
The game is about to start.
What the?
You finally put the kids to sleep.
Sweet dreams. No, the battery.
Your dinner guests will be here in 5 minutes.
Not now. Oh.
Mr. Sparky electricians are around the corner and ready to help. Call Mr. Sparky today for any electrical need.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
You know, back in the day, Okie Knipe was a pretty darn good football player at Shelby High School, and later he started a pretty darn good tire store, and it's still here today. It's Okie's Tire, serving Shelby and Cleveland County for over 40 years, and sons Ken and Chris Knipe continues the tradition today by selling the best quality tire at the best possible price. As Okie used to say, if it's round and it rolls, Okie's Tire can help. That's Okie's Tire, located at 800 West Warren Street in Shelby. Call 704-487-7392. Plumbing problems can drive you plumb crazy. Not anymore. Use your head. Call Olmsted to take care of all of your plumbing needs. Olmsted Plumbing has been serving this area since 1973. That's over 50 years. Plumbing problems can happen anytime, and anytime is not a good time. From slow toilets to leaky pipes to clogged drains, Olmsted Plumbing can do it all. Just call 828-245-7302 or visit the website at olmstedplumbing.com. Like we said, use your head. Call Olmsted. Olmsted Plumbing, you'll be glad you did.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. Since 1968, Platinum Distributors in Patterson Springs has been serving this area with a full line of automotive products, including oils, transmission fluids, antifreeze, filters, chemicals, parts, and supplies for all types of automobiles and trucks, with many brands to choose from. They sell to individuals or wholesale. Just visit the walk-in counter. Platinum Distributor, 1626 Peterson Drive off Highway 180 south of Shelby. Call 704-487-9395 or visit the website at PutnamDistributors.com. Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs, offering quality automotive parts and supplies for over 50 years. The automobile rates have never been better than now at Reed Lindsay State Farm Insurance Agency in Shelby. If you're in the market for automobile insurance, now is the time to see Reed Lindsay State Farm Insurance. Their mission is to help people manage the risk of everyday life and help you recover from the unexpected and realize your dreams. You'll find a friendly staff that will work hard for you and your insurance needs. From auto to home to property, life insurance, and more, see Reed Lindsay State Farm Insurance Agency, 1671 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, online at reedlindsay.com.
Hi, folks. I'm Darren Yerby, General Manager with the new Reynolds Honda in Shelby. Need some help with high gas prices? Reynolds Honda is going to say yes and fill up your tank for a year. That's right. Put that cash right back into your wallet. Free gas for a year on exceptional Honda models like these.
Drive away in a 24 Honda CR-V Hybrid for $369 a month for 36 months. Lease a 24 Honda Accord LX for $249 a month plus $12.50 lease loyalty.
We say yes to free gas at Reynolds Honda in Shelby.
Who better to turn to for life insurance than someone who's already part of your life? Your State Farm agent has been there for everything from your first car.
Hi, this is Steven. My dad's car got a dent.
To your first home.
Hi, this is Steven. You know that hailstorm last night?
So when it comes time for life insurance.
Hi, it's Steven. We had a boy, Stevie Jr.
Turn to somebody who's been there all along. Call your State Farm agent about life insurance today.
See Robin Brackett, State Farm Insurance Agency at 941 East Marion Street in Shelby. Call 704-487-6855.
Don't miss the Larson Stock Up and Sell promotion now through November 1st at the Roundup store in Shelby. Get great mail-in rebates on Larson Storm, security, and screen doors. Spend $150 and get $10 off. Spend $250, get $25 off. Spend $500, get $50 off. Spend $1,000 and get $100 off. All during the Larson Stock Up and Sell promotion. Larson Doors, available at the Roundup store, 1610 East East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
It's time for the big game, and Safe Lane Driving School in Shelby wants you to drive safe to cheer your team on. Safe Lane Driving School is owned and operated locally by retired state trooper Philip Glover. Safe Lane Driving School features 30 hours in the classroom and 6 hours behind the wheel. And if you've completed your classwork and are waiting to drive, Safe Lane can help with that too. Safe Lane Driving School, 1230 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Call 704-481-7808. Online at safelanedrivingschool.com. Stay safe and start driving today.
All right, we're back, but have some not so good news for our listeners. Was lightning meter started over. We've had lightning hit again, so we're starting back at another 30 minutes and counting, and it's continuing to lightning, Jeff. So I would imagine we're looking at a longer than a 30-minute delay at this point.
Officially, the earliest they could come back out on the field was 9:46.
Okay.
And we've seen several pretty good lightning displays since then.
Yeah, so we're at least looking at another 24 minutes, if not longer. Some scores from around the area. Crest leads Burns 26-14. They just went to another lightning delay there. West Lincoln leads Cherryville 27-0. East Lincoln over Forest View 14-0. TC Roberson 26-20 over East Rutherford. North Lincoln over Lincolnton 21-14. Hickory continues their strong play. They lead Newton Conover 34-0. Bunker Hill 27-7 over St. Stephen's. High Brighton 13-0 over Hunter Huss. Kings Mountain continues to lead Coxville 14-7. West Iredell over West Caldwell 7-6. Freedom leads East Burke 12-7. West Henderson and Hendersonville. West Henderson leads 14-13. Alexander Central leads Wilkes Central 14-0. Country Day leads Community School of Davidson 14-0. Mount Airy over East Surrey 14-7. Smoky Mountain over Swain 14-0. Pisgah over Inca 35-14, and Irwin over Mount Heritage 13-12. Those scores are from about 8 minutes ago. So hopefully that keeps you updated. So again, Kings Mountain leads 14-7 over Cox Mill. Crest over Burns 26-14, and here Shelby trails AC Reynolds 27-13.
Yeah, from our vantage point, Brent, you get that the lightning is obviously happening east of here. Mm-hmm. You can sort of see it from our vantage point. You can see Highway 74 going off into the distance, and it looks like it's up above us because the big hill that it goes up. And every time we see a lightning strike, it kind of shows us that Highway 74. Now I looked at the radar, and it looks like there is a heck of a storm going on in Gastonia. So wow. I can't imagine anybody in Gaston and Lincoln County are playing right now either, because it looks like it's such a deluge in Gaston County. Wow. So far, we haven't had any precipitation at all. But if a lightning strike occurs, my understanding is within 10 miles.
Yeah.
And anytime there's a lightning strike within 10 miles, you start the clock for 30 minutes. And it's a safety issue.
Right.
And, everybody can say, gosh, I'm really irritated by this lightning delay. Well, you don't want to have somebody getting struck by lightning. And that, again, we got a big flash. Again, it's east of us, and my hope is maybe it's farther east than it counts for us.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because it's a pretty bright strike that we can see off, behind the away bleachers, I guess you'd call it. But what stinks for the people here, Jeff, is it feels great. There's no precipitation, so the kids are still playing on the field. They're playing behind the end zones. They're throwing the Nerf footballs. Cheerleaders are kind of standing around, and people are just yapping away. But no football being played, and all the football players are in the locker room. So I'm sure they're getting antsy as well in there, but maybe also game planning for the rest of this game. So we'll continue to kind of get some breaks from our sponsors and give you some updates and whatnot. Go down our sponsor list here. Our title sponsor is West End Sales of Vail. Our stadium pregame show was sponsored by Bill Shuford Heating and Air in Shelby. Our player to watch, who tonight was Ty J. Johnson, is sponsored by Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain. Our stadium halftime show, which this could be,
this could be
is sponsored by Gardner Webb University. Our scoreboard, as always, sponsored by No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky of Cherill. Our field goals and point after touchdowns are sponsored by Hojo Power Sports of Shelby. Our penalties, and there's been, I think you said 8 from AC Reynolds and just a couple from Shelby. They're sponsored by Butler's Tire and Auto of Kings Mountain. Our first downs are sponsored by Falston.
All right, folks, real quick, going to give you an update on what's going on. Everybody's in a lightning delay is the best we can say. The red scores, all those are active scores, no finals right now for us. This show ends at 9:30, folks. 9:40, 9:30, 9:45 with no games going on right now. We're going to end it at 9:30 here in a second. But we're going to be back on the post-game show. We'll be live on the radio. We'll be live on the radio, on the internet. Live here on the same channel on the internet at 10 o'clock no matter what. We probably won't – I don't know if we'll ever get to the post-game show on the radio tonight because of the all the delays and stuff, but we're going to do our best to keep everybody updated on what's going on, final scores, delays, movements tomorrow. I don't know what the plans are for all this. Yeah. Everybody needs to play tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, and we'll do Redzone Radio during that. So – we do got some, no finals. All the games are kind of still close. Burns is 2 scores down. Varsity's 2 scores down. Shelby's 2 scores down. East Rutherford, North Lincoln, 1 score down. Cheryl's probably out of hand right now, 27-0. But other than that, Kings Mountain's only up 7. Lot of good football left to play tonight, Dennis, before we get out of here. And hopefully we get back to playing football and not just watching it lightning outside.
We want to get it finished tonight, Kevin.
Yeah.
And
it's Labor Day weekend.
Andre was saying, he's got a little bet with Terry.
Yeah.
But he's betting on Friday night, Terry. He's not betting on a Saturday game.
Well, North Lincoln is still playing. They're up now 33-14 on the Lincoln and Wolves. So they're back in action up at North Lincoln. So we're going to update that score. So we do got scores from there. So North Lincoln 33 and Lincoln 14 still going on right now. We'll look and see if I got any other new stuff. Irwin and Mountain Heritage now 20-20. We'll update that score for you folks.
Kings Mountain 14-7 over Cox Mill.
They just recently went into Lightning Lake as well as the Crest game. So I think it was further east in. It's more anybody up near I-77 Charlotte area. It seemed like South Point was in an early rain delay and nothing. And Bessemer City's playing and Kings Mountain playing. I'm like, how does South Point in a rain delay? And both of those two teams aren't. So
well, look at Bessemer City and North Gaston. You'd think this in that same situation over there.
That's the same quarter, yeah. So I think it's coming up from the south. I don't think that's right. I got Huss 88-0 on Max Preps.
Is that the first half?
I don't think that one's right. The last thing we had though on the Huss game was 13-0 High Brighton, and Max Preps showing 88-0 right now for Huss. So I don't think that's right. Freedom is showing final and Freedom. We'll go with it.
12-7.
We'll go with it if they're going to finalize it. If they'll say final, I'll say final. So 12-7 Freedom.
Well, we talked about,
Eastburg.
Freedom had a tough loss last week, and I predicted 32-28 in a close game. And right now, what did you say?
It was 12-7 final. Freedom over East Burke tonight.
Okay.
Our first final of the night. We'll take it. Let's look over at some 2As. We're going to try to finalize any scores we can before we send you off. You take you a little break, take a little bathroom break, and come back and watch the post-game show beginning at
And if you can't stay awake, tune in tomorrow for the.
We'll have all the final scores in the morning for you folks.
Yep.
Bunker Hill up now 48-7 on St. Stephen's. So that didn't get any better for the St. Stephen's Indians. Alexander Central now 27-14 over Wilkes Central.
All right.
So we've got
and Bunker Hill 48-7 over St. Stephen's in the fourth.
Any other? Let's see if there's any other news ones on our end. Like I said, almost everybody in our area is under a lightning delay set North and Lincoln. And West Iredale 14-6. I can update that one. You folks in the top right quadrant there. Roberson right now 33. East Rutherford 26.
Mm-hmm.
That's updated. Cherill and West Lincoln now give you that one 33-0.
Third quarter.
They are in a lightning delay still. I believe they're still
Sorry
in a
about
lightning
that,
delay.
Andre.
West Henderson 28-13. They were down. Hendersonville was leading earlier. West Henderson's pulling away.
Hey, look at that Brevard Knoxville Catholic score. Brevard's come back.
They have. They were down. Was it 13-0 to begin with? I think it might have been.
Because we were concerned that they weren't as good as we thought they were, and lo and behold, here they come back.
Well, folks, there's our scores that we have right now. I'm going to check one more. I'm going to see if South Point ever got going at all. Check out one of our Twitter feeds that help us out over here. Let's try see if they got going at all. Let's check out over at South Point's info. Game is canceled tonight with Charlotte Christian. More update will come if there is a reschedule. So South Point and Charlotte Christian tonight canceled. I don't think they ever got even started. Yep, they never got started, Dennis. So South Point canceled tonight against
Saturday.
Charlotte Christian.
Or Tuesday.
Well, it's Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, that's what I said, Tuesday.
It might not be any games. They might cancel it total. So we'll see. No, that's South Point and Charlotte night. It ain't got nothing to do with you. The bet don't count. Null and void if it doesn't.
Sounds like to me somebody's trying to welch on that bet.
Yeah, I don't know how those work. On DraftKings.
That's
and
Cherrill rules. Well, you can give him a sun drop can, Okay.
All right, folks. Well, we're going to sign off here on the Red Zone channel. There's your scores, up-to-date scores that we have right now on the show. We're going to tweet those out and everything as well. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the post-game show beginning at 10 o'clock. So you guys take about a 15, 20-minute delay, get you something to drink, use the bathroom.
We'll be here.
And we'll be back at 10 o'clock sharp, KTCBroadcasting.com.